today's episode we're going to be cleaning and re-oiling the K&N Air Filter. For that you're going to need two things. First thing you're going to need is the recharge kit. Inside the recharge kit you get the detergent to clean the filter along with the oil to re-oil it. The second thing you're going to need is time. So we're going to be soaking the filter and you need to return it into the vehicle when it's completely dry. So that's going to take some time. You may want to consider having a secondary filter while you're going through that process. If you do need to drive around in your car, you can buy a more affordable filter. While the filter is out of the car, you may as well clean the mass airflow sensor because it is right next to it. So the sensor basically tells the car how much air is going into the engine and it calculates how much fuel to air to mix. So if you do have black smoke coming out of the exhaust, that's usually one of the telltale signs. Super easy to do. They do get dirty over time and you will need a mass airflow sensor cleaner. So I use the Liquid Moly products on there while I'm doing this job. And then another product you might want to consider is the system cleaner, which you add into a fuel tank. So it is good stuff. I use this about 2-3 times a year, usually when I'm doing servicing, but let's show you how to do this. You'll find the mass airflow sensor next to the housing unit for the air filter. So it'll have a little arrow on it and you'll have a little tab which you'll just pull out, press down and pull to remove it. I had taken out my K&N filter and replaced it with a Bosch filter while I was cleaning the K&N filter and taking the car for a service because I do need the car basically every single day. For regular viewers, I did fail the MOT. I needed welding on my 2009 Insignia, which has got 162,000 miles on it. Other than that, all good. With the recharge kit, you'll get two products in there. So the one is a detergent, so just give it a quick shake and then basically you're going to be spraying it all over. And you're going to leave it soaking for about 10 minutes and then you're going to rinse it off. So now we're just going to set this aside for about 10 minutes and then we'll rinse it off, we'll check it out, and then if it needs a bit more cleaning then we'll go ahead and repeat the process. So you do get quite a lot in the bottle, so you can go pretty crazy with it, but yeah, let's clean the mass airflow sensor now. So this is the mass airflow sensor and you see there's a little bit just there where the straw is. That's the bit that you're trying to clean there. So it's going to take about 10-15 minutes for the mass airflow sensor to dry, so then you can go ahead and install the car. So you may as well brew up. So welcome back if you are a regular viewer of the channel. If you are new, so I do a mixture of content. I'm going to be back on the boat in a couple of weeks time, so I'll be doing some more boat projects over there. But my car playlist basically has a whole bunch of videos, cleaning, servicing, changing the brakes, cleaning the EGR valve, all that type of stuff. So I will leave the playlist on the end for that. But yeah, I'll be back on the boat for a few weeks. Got a few different projects to do, installing a diesel heater, switching over to lithium batteries as well. So if you do like project-based videos, then feel free to subscribe. If not, then just like the video, that will help me out. But yeah, let's get back to it. So the airflow is going to go into the engine. With the mass airflow dry, I'm going to just reinstall it back into the engine. So I'm just going to do one of the Jubilee clips up and re-plug it back in. I do need to install the filter, of course, and that's what we're going to move on to. We're going to use a low pressure hose just to push water through the filter. So you got the dirty side and the clean side. So you push it through the clean side. I'm resting it on a bucket so I can check the water quality as it's coming through the filter. So we're waiting for it to go clear. So we really need the water to run clear, and I've just emptied the bucket and you can see that there's kind of a lot of oily debris there. It's not very clean at the moment, so we're going to go ahead and repeat the process. Physically looking at it, it is a lot cleaner than it was. Let me bring you a little bit closer. When I purchased the car 5 years ago, the first thing I did was install the K&N filter, so it is 5 years old. I'm going to repeat the cleaning process until the water starts running clear, and this is why it's a good idea to clean the mass airflow sensor while you're doing this job. This is the second time I'm doing this process now. I had done the process 4 times in total. I just don't want the video to go on too long, but yeah, 4 times it took me to make the water run clear. So it's a lot clearer. Still get some dirt on the side. So it's looking a lot clearer than what it was. Before we re-oil it, we just need to make sure it's nice and dry. So I'm just going to leave it on the drying rack overnight, give it a little shake to get the excess water off, and then just let it dry naturally. It's a couple of days later, so make sure that it's completely dry. So stick your finger in to make sure it is dry. So last night when I checked, which was 24 hours, it was still a bit damp, so I allowed it an extra day to dry, so it took 2 days to naturally dry. This is the instructions from the website. So you spray both sides with the oil spray, and you're aiming for the crown of the pleat, so basically the top of the ridges, and you spray 3 inches away. I have sped up the footage just so the video doesn't get too long. Once it's been oiled on both sides, give it a good shake, and you want to wipe around the rubber part of the filter, and then you're going to leave it to dry. Just to give you a little heads up, there's a tiny little groove either side of the filter which hides a little bit of the oil. So now we're just going to leave it for about 20 minutes just so it can soak in, and then we'll cover up any dark spots with a little bit more oil, and then we'll repeat the process where we wipe it around. But so far it's looking pretty good. I left it overnight and came back to find there's a little bit of oil, so I want to make sure that it's going back in nice and dry without excess oil. So I gave it a good tap and found quite a few drops of oil coming out of the filter, so I decided to force a little bit of air through using a hairdryer. I repeated the process and kept changing the paper until no oil drops came off when I tapped it. There is quite a price difference between buying the recharge kit and a new filter. So the recharge kit is about £20 versus £50 for a new filter. I'll leave the link in the description below for your convenience. But I kept tapping it away until there was no drops on the paper. I'm ready to go back into the car. It's time to put the filter back in the car. So I did pre-loosen the screws before filming this, so the filter now is clean and dry. So I'm replacing the Bosch filter with the K&N, ready to go on a good drive tomorrow. If you find that you're getting black smoke behind the car, it's usually a sign that the fuel and air mix isn't correct, so keep an eye out for that. And then if you do get that, try cleaning the MAF airflow sensor again, because you might have a little bit of oil residue on there. Good luck with your project. Thanks for sticking around and liking the video if you have. Welcome back if you're a subscriber, and welcome if you are new. The links for any of the products that I've used in the video are in the description below, but you've got the QR code at the top at no extra cost to you. Well, thanks for watching, thanks for being fans.